Drum Type's music is just different, and amazing different. It doesn't sound like anything that you hear on the radio right now.
There's a lot of people who may not know about Drum Type, but I hope with this upcoming album, people can hear his lyrics, hear his production, and just catch fire and continue to grow as an artist and grow as a producer.
One thing that I've always found true about him is that he seems very true to his heart, you know, caring, and what he's saying about the streets, what's happening in life, and he's honest.
His music is, you know, not just a dope beat, but it tells a story that, you know, reaches the listener on such a deeper level.
It's about the music. When you hear him, it's about the music. It's not about the ego.
I've been following Drum Type since the early 2000s. He's a creative genius.
I don't consider him a rapper. I consider him as an artist, because rappers just make songs. He making real music.
Drum Type is that artist that's going to bring the experiences, the lyrics, the thought, the concept, the process, and best of all, put it all together to make music.
So who is Drum Type? That answer actually evolves almost daily. I started off just as, you know, a writer, and then I moved over to an artist and then became a producer, and I fell into the production side for a while. But then I always had that itch to go back to just being an artist and just to see what I could do with that. Now, who am I? Like, I'm a writer, producer, performer, you know, arranger, and all of that, you know, combined. Director of videos, whatever you want to, you know, call me. I just enjoy the creative side.
Sing in the upper register, though. Okay. So that way it has that energy, because it'll be, you know, kind of towards the end.
Okay.
So
go a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, if you can go higher, go higher. Let loose with it, Johnny.
So I've been in the industry for a while and just trying to continue to make new. That's really who I am. That's the part that I enjoy, is making something that's new, starting from scratch, and enjoying listening to people respond back to something I've created.
Hey, I'm Mark Frigo. I'm the mix engineer on Drum Type's project, Eclectic Soul, and I've been in the business for 25 years. I've worked with artists like the IndieGogo Girls, Jewel, Bob Seger, Nicole C. Mullen, and it's been 25 years, so I've forgotten a lot of the artists I've worked with at this point. But I've worked with several rap, hip-hop, R&B artists over the years as well, and I gotta say that Drum Type, he stands up there with the best of them. Very, very talented artist. Works in several different styles, from some of the more hardcore hip-hop into some of the more smooth kind of R&B kind of style.
So the main inspiration behind the Eclectic Soul album was just listening to different forms of music growing up. You know, I've always been into hip-hop, R&B, gospel, jazz, blues. Like, it didn't really matter to me. Music was music. So when I came up with Eclectic Soul, it was one of those things that, just taking the definition of being eclectic, is just that there's not one box that they can put you in. And that's just kind of how I feel like music is. You know, the same people who like hip-hop like jazz, and the same people who like jazz like pop, and different things like that. So when I started putting this album together, a lot of record labels were saying you can't do that. And I'm one of those people that always felt like, why not? You know, so that's where the Eclectic Soul album came from. I think it makes it rock. Like, I like the way the bass came together on this one.
No, I'm in agreement with you there. I mean, the R&B stuff, you know, you got a little more melody going on here, and it's a little smoother, and the movement in the bass helps keep the track live. You know, really adds a nice element there. So
you don't typically hear, you know, a hip hop person say their favorite writer is Lionel Richie. And it's just because of the timelessness of the songs and the arrangements that he writes. I like people who create music that's timeless. And no matter where you drop it in any decade, that song still works. Lyrics that have meaning. That's one of the things that I try to project, is creating songs that actually have, you know, emotion behind them. For me, I'm not in this just to make hot songs and that's it. Like, I wanted songs that meant something. You know, I wanted to make something that wasn't just hot, but also I wanted to make something that was important.
I got my hands up, it's open season and it's spreading around that I can kill a black man if I'm standing my ground. Society has been brainwashed and fed images that we all come from the same cloth and all savages. That's why I go to the store for candy and tea, and months later my murder plays out on TV. It's justified.
You know, the album itself, when I was putting it together, I enjoy the actual process of collaborations. So I try to expand my box by the people I work with. So on this album, you're going to hear, you know, people like Ozcott, 9 Ether. You're going to hear Chris Hatfield on We Got a Song Together. One of the guys from last album, Ben Dixon, who is an amazing vocalist.
Phenomenal group, Penny Ray. They're doing a song with me that's dedicated to our armed forces people. The captain is in here for a song. I got my friend from Brazil, Johnny Nascimento's doing a song. Lexia Moore, she's doing a song with me on here. And then I just work with, you know, some phenomenal musicians as far as Chris Morris, Gabe Klein, Mark Watson, Liz Martin, Josh Martin.
Andronicus Hawkins. Just people who have made this album what it is. So it's been really cool to collaborate with all those people and just see what happens. You know, like, music is about taking chances. So I'm not afraid to take those chances. So that's kind of where, you know, the part of the album that I enjoy the most. Growing up as a kid from Louisville, Kentucky, raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, like, I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would create something that would reach the masses. It's the coolest thing to me to go somewhere and have somebody say, you know what, I listened to your song, man, that was phenomenal. Like, that never gets old.
We did, the first thing I worked on with him was an a cappella project that was kind of a collaboration between Trump Tight and an artist named Ben Dixon, which was a lot of fun. It was a Christmas song. And then once we did that, we realized we could kind of have a working relationship together, and then did another song, and then did the first single for this and another song for something else that's probably going to end up on this project. And it's just working into a great relationship. Really, really glad to be a part of this. So much fun. You know, anytime you get to work on good music with talented people, that's what it's about for me. Music is about emotion, and he's got a lot of emotion in his music. And I think you really, really are going to enjoy this project. And we'd love to have you be a part of it by, you know, investing and taking time to listen and taking part and picking up this project to add to your collection.
So how can you help with the Eclectic Soul project? So right now, what I'm doing is getting money together as far as in forms of pre-orders to help pay for the mixing and mastering. If you've paid attention to any of the other things that I've done, I don't half step. So, you know, I want to make sure that I choose the best, and I consider, you know, Mark Frigo to be one of the best. So the pre-orders that I'm taking now and the money that I'm raising is to help pay for the mixing and mastering of the album, as well as starting the campaign for the next music video as well. Anything that you know, donate towards the project is going to help towards the finalization of this album, and is greatly appreciated. So there you have it. That's the behind the scenes look at the Eclectic Soul I Just Make Music project. So click the links below so that you can support this project. I think that you'll love it. It's going to be an exciting project. I'm excited to make it. Mark is excited to mix it. Everybody was excited to be involved, so I think you'll definitely love it. So hopefully you'll check it out. Trump Tight, Eclectic Soul, I Just Make Music.